I want to really thank you for putting me up after the photography professional. That was really nice of you. Okay, first slide. I thought we'd start with the past, go to the present, and the future. You see there is the Marine Midland building, which is actually across the street from us now, the main Seneca building, as it's called now. There's a decision that some urban renewal and waterfront revitalization were necessary, as evidenced by this lovely slide here of the waterfront looking south from our site here. Just a lot of great stuff there, right? Makes you want to go to the waterfront. Okay. Things have gotten a lot better. This is a shot of the site when the excavation was going on. So once again, you see the Marine Midland building there. The Buffalo News there is right on the left still. That hasn't been torn down. Interesting fact, when they did the excavation, the water table was so high, they actually had to bring in refrigeration machines to freeze the ground to place the pilings. This is construction that was going on. On the right there is the tower building, which is built over Main Street. The building actually goes under Main Street as well. And you see the west wing being built there on the left-hand side. Lots of interesting stories about the construction of the building and the complexity. Here you see the building is almost completed. You can see a construction crane on the top of the building and a few windows that have yet to be put in. And right at the bottom there, there's a section that hasn't been put in yet, but all those 20-foot high windows down at the bottom were all imported directly from the UK. You never want to break one of those. Here's a shot of the building now. Some people say we never won a beauty contest. Some people say we're the box that the M&T Plaza building came in. But we like to think we're a superb example of modernist architecture. And with that lovely sculpture in the front, vroom, it looks pretty good. Similar view of the building this is from the northwest. This is interesting because it shows one of the ancillary buildings that wrap around the base of the building. They're kind of interesting. People lose sight of them when they look at the tower, but they range from 12,000 to 52,000 square feet on a floor, so it's kind of cool. Here's some interiors from the building. This is actually the boardroom from the Oshai Foundation. The photographer did a great job. Patrick, you would appreciate this. It looks like you're going to fall off the table into the lake, but it's a great idea of what you can do with the spaces here in the building. This is another interesting shot. This is an investment firm, venture capital firm on our top floor. They wanted a loft-style look in our building, which we thought, that's a little crazy, but we had fun with it. You can see we tore out the ceiling, put in the exposed ductwork, and our architects from HHL found some really funky light fixtures to put in there, and it's great. One of the things we sell here is our view. This is a view to the southwest. It changes every day, and you just never know what you're going to get when you come in here on a daily basis, but I would put this view up against virtually any place in the country. And now getting on to the next slide, this is a little different view, and this is, those of you who know what this is, it's a lake effect event, which is pretty cool because you can see it starting right at the water, and that white wall is going up as far as you can see. And for those of you who live in the South Towns, it's going right into your neighborhood. And we're just fine here. This is Sabretooth, who came over to help me out to raffle off some Sabres tickets. 3,200 people in the building, and its heyday. We had some great times raising money for the Heart Association and Roswell and some other charities that we supported over the years. And he did a great job. Didn't talk a lot, but great guy. We were also able to put on some wonderful cultural events in the lobby. These are the girls from Mount St. Mary's, and they have a bell choir. And if you're having a rough morning and you come down at lunchtime and these young ladies are playing, it's absolutely stunning what they can produce from a set of bells. So it was really nice to be able to do that. Okay, so now we're going into the future. You notice here that there's no more HSBC logos at the top of the building. So it's time to move on and consider what we have in the future. They've been with us for 40 years, and we like to think that in our splendid isolation, we can go to be part of the community. And here's one concept. This is kind of interesting. For those of you who are architects, this is the northwest portion of our plaza, which is actually all slab on grade. It's very easy to build on. And this was a concept we did for HSBC, which showed that we could put 60,000 square feet on one floor. This is another shot of that same example. This is kind of cool because you can see the vehicular traffic coming back to Main Street, which we think will be a wonderful addition to our building in the future. What's that? Okay. All right. So other things that make us optimistic about the future. This is the view right down here. We've got $250 million worth of mostly private sector and some public sector development going on across the street. We see this every day, but a lot of people from outside of the area don't see it. So we think we're right in the middle of everything. And this is a wonderful shot. Empire Sandy, a tall ship, came to visit last year. So you've got the fireboat, Cotter, the oldest fireboat in the country, orchestrating a parade of boats around itself to salute Empire Sandy. And that's part of what we think is going to be a great future for the building.